Hi everyone, this video walks you through a change to how waste is recorded for reinstatement teams and Thames Water. We have now digitised waste transfer notes and hazardous waste consignment notes. These are legal records that track waste from site through to disposal. This change strengthens how we meet our legal responsibilities and aligns with how waste tracking is moving across the industry towards a more digital and consistent approach. Before this, waste documentation was not always consistent, and we did not always have a clear audit trail. This change fixes that. For non-hazardous waste, there is no extra work for you. Waste transfer notes are created automatically. They will generate once the backfill task is assigned and moved to on-site. At that point, the form is created and saved against the repair work order. This is all handled in the background, using the information already captured on the job. You do not need to complete anything extra. What matters for you is simple. Make sure what happens on site matches what has been recorded on the job. For hazardous waste, there is a small change. You will need to complete a hazardous waste consignment note. This is a legal document, and it must be completed correctly before the waste moves. Now we will move into the system and walk through exactly what you need to do, step by step. Now we will walk through the hazardous waste process step by step. When you arrive on site, start the job as normal. If hazardous waste is present, you will see the consignment note available in forms. You may need to wait a short moment. The form will appear once the job is on site and a resource has been assigned. When it appears, open the form and press Start. Section A1 will be pre-populated. This includes the permit reference where one is in place. If no permit is required, this field may appear blank. No action is needed here. Section A2 will also be pre-populated. This includes name, address, telephone and email. Again, no action is required. In section A3, enter the waste destination. This must be completed by you. At the bottom of each page, you will see a reminder to check your information. Take your time. Once the form is submitted, it cannot be changed. Sections B1 and B2 are pre-populated. In section B3, the waste description, quantity, and characteristics will already be filled in. This is the formal description of the waste being removed from site. In section B4, the EWC code will be filled in automatically. The remaining fields in this section will need to be completed by you. Some fields will be locked where the system has already populated the data. In section C, you are confirming that what has been collected matches the information already recorded. This includes the details from sections A and B. You are also confirming that the waste has been handled correctly and safely. Make sure everything aligns before moving forward. If more than one carrier is used, you can attach the schedule. Just take a photo and upload it. There are also optional fields for round number and collection number if needed. Section D is completed by the system. You do not need to enter anything. Just review and confirm it is correct. Section E is completed at the receiving site. This is a mandatory step. Once the waste has been delivered, complete the paper version of Section E. Then take a photo and upload it to the job. This completes the full record of the waste journey. At the end of the form, enter the email address for the receiving facility. You will need to enter it twice. When you press Finish, the form will be submitted, stored against the job, and sent to the relevant recipients. You will then see the consignment note in your forms, and it will show as completed. Once submitted, the information will also be available to back office teams for review and reporting. Now that we have walked through the process, let's quickly recap what this means for you. For non-hazardous waste, there is no change to how you work. Waste transfer notes are created automatically and stored against the repair work order. You do not need to complete anything extra for these. For hazardous waste, you will need to complete the consignment note. The key inputs you are responsible for are as follows. Section A3. Enter the waste destination. Make sure this is accurate and matches where the waste is going. Section B4. The EWC code will already be populated. You must complete the remaining fields in this section. This includes any additional identification or transport details required. Section C. Confirm that what has been collected matches the information recorded. This includes the details in Section A and Section B. You must also enter the vehicle registration. You will also need to enter the carrier registration. If more than one carrier is used, upload the schedule by taking a photo. You can also enter round number and collection number, if required. At the moment, the carrier registration will need to be entered manually. This may be automated in future updates, but for now, make sure it is entered correctly before moving forward. Section D. No input required. Review only and make sure the information is correct. Section E. This must be completed at the receiving site. Complete the paper version of Section E. Then take a photo and upload it to the job. Final step. Enter the email address for the receiving facility. Enter it twice to confirm. Then press Finish. If any mandatory fields are not completed, you will not be able to progress the form. Make sure everything is filled in before moving forward. Before submitting, always check the form carefully. Once submitted, it cannot be changed. Remember, this is a legal document. It must reflect exactly what has been collected and where it is going. Focus on getting the details right and making sure what happens on site matches what is recorded in the system. Thank you for taking the time to watch this. If you have any questions, please speak to your supervisor or raise through your usual support route. Thanks again.